In our last interview with Frank Furness, we spoke in general terms about motivational speaking and Frank's background. Tonight we get down to specifics. Walking with Tigers, his 45 to 60-minute address that has taken the world by storm. Frank, we obviously can't condense 45 to 60 minutes down into 4 minutes, but just give us a few secrets about your speech and about the top salespeople that you've met around the world.
Great, Lindsay. What I did a couple of years ago, I wrote to 500 of the world's top salespeople, and I said, what makes you great? And I got sent tons of information, and that's what I speak about. One of the biggest driving forces behind these people is belief and focus. They've got unbelievable belief and focus. But there's some great stories and some great tips for your viewers as well.
Let's just go back to belief and focus. Belief in themselves, belief in the product, belief in the industry. What is it?
It's belief in themselves and what they're doing. They believe in what they're doing, and they are totally focused, unbelievably focused. They also provide fantastic customer service. They've got huge goals, they've got a will to win, and they just set themselves apart from everyone else.
And not focused, I mean, do they have separate lives, though? Or is their whole life focused on this one goal of selling this widget or selling this unit trust or whatever? Are they normal people?
They're normal people. The thing is, they seem to work less than most people, enjoy life more, play more golf, go on more holidays. They've got a rounded lifestyle. But when they're working, in their 8 hours at work, they are totally focused. Where other people will come in, they'll mess around, look at the emails, play around. These people, when they've got 8 hours, they're sitting in front of clients. That's their total focus.
Okay, we need some secrets now so that we can all enjoy that sort of success. Give us a few good stories about how to sell.
Okay, some great stories. Get the clients to come to you. One of my clients wanted to attract some of the world's top millionaires to sell private banking to. So he thought about it. You can't cold call these people. There's no way you can get in front of them. He played polo, so he brought in 4 professional Argentinians, formed a polo team, sponsors a polo tournament once a year in the Soto Grande in Spain. Who plays polo? Prince Charles, Maktoum from Dubai. So for 10 days, he's got the world's top people with him. In the 3 months that follow that, he does about 3 million in sales. So bring the people to you. Think outside the box. This is what most of these top people do. They think way outside the box.
Okay, so you've got to think laterally in some way.
Yes.
I mean, let's get down to a more, I mean, that's obviously an extraordinary story requiring a lot of money and organisation. Any sort of more down-to-earth sort of tips you could give us?
Well, the thing is, a lot of these people have huge goals, and when they come in, they just say, this is what I'm going to focus on for today. I've got 2 hours of phoning. They don't let people into their office. They don't, nobody hassles them. They don't want to be around negative people, and the most successful organizations that I know try and get rid of the negative people. All they want is positive people, because if you've got somebody that's negative, they're like leprosy in that organization, and it's just not good for them.
And you help people with that sort of, you help companies with that type of approach to you. Would you go in typically, and if you're addressing 100 people, you would say at the end, well, look, this chap or that chap was negative. Would that be part of your service?
Well, what I'm doing more and more at the moment, I'm addressing lots of groups of chief executives of some of the biggest companies in the world and saying to them, one of the problems that you've got is you've got to get rid of the negative people in your organization. And a lot of them don't even know about that. So we start with the chief executives, then work with the sales managers, and then try and identify where the negative people are and get those out of the organizations.
And what happens if the chief executive himself is one of the negative people? Then you've got problems from the top down.
Yeah, but what happens with a lot of organizations is they take their top salesperson and they make them the sales manager. And they are great at sales, but they are absolutely hopeless at management. And I find this in quite a lot of organizations. And there we work closely with them to see how we can rearrange that and change those things.
If you could just give one, in the last 30 seconds or so, just give us one tip on how to sell. You've got a good product, but things aren't happening. What would you do to change that?
Well, I think you've got to be creative. This is the biggest thing that I found with so many of these companies is they just think outside the box. They don't do the traditional type of things. One of my clients has a top 20 competition for his top clients, and he takes them away to India. He took them to Scotland, and they had war games for 10 days. He's now just taken them to Iceland. So he forges unbelievable relationships. So one tip is form unbelievable relationships. Nobody else is going to come in and take your client away.
Okay, Frank Furness, thanks very much for sparing some of your valuable time, and we'll see you in South Africa again, I hope.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Lindsay.